Welcome to a new video where I'll be showing you how to read a measuring tape correctly. This is the basic tool you'll be using to take measurements. So it's very important you understand this tape. It's very important you understand it. It's very important you know how to read it correctly. So get your tape rule and let's get started. This part of the tape comes in inches and is up to 60 inches. Okay, we have some that are longer than 60 inches. We have some that are 100 inches and then 120 inches. So depending on what you want. And then the back of the tape rule is in centimeters and is up to 150 centimeters, as you can see. But for the purpose of this tutorial, I'll be showing you how to understand and how to read the tape rule in inches, because in this side of the world, this is the part we use to take measurements. Then I brought this to show you how it comes. So when you get your tape rule, this is how it comes. It comes with a metal at the beginning, but because this metal can shift, like the inside can shift, and if it does that, it can affect your measurement. It can add to your measurement. That's why I always take out this metal. So when you take out this metal, this is what you have, so that I can start my reading from the beginning of the measuring tape. You can see this long black line. So from this long black line to the next long black line is 1 inch. From this black line to the next black line is 2 inches, and so on and so forth. You can see 3 inches, 4 inches. So from this long black line to this first black line is 1 inch. And in between 1 inch, you have 8 markers, 8 lines. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So within 1 inch, you have 8 markers, 8 marks. Let's count together again. Remember, this is the first black line. This is 0. This first one is 0. So you are starting from here. So you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you have 8 markers within 1 inch. If you move to the second one too and you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, you see that within another inch you also still have 8 markers. You have 8 markers. So these black lines, these black markers that you are seeing, they are not for decoration. They represent a particular measurement. Okay, so now that we know that within 1 inch you have 8 markers, within 1 inch you have 8 markers, I've gone ahead to draw it here, so that to make it bigger, so that for the purpose of this video, so that we can understand properly. So I went ahead to draw just something bigger to understand properly. So just like I said that there are 8 markers within 1 inch. Let's count it. This is 0, this is 1, this is 2. So let's count between 0 and 1, so that you will know that is what is here that I just drew out here, so that we can better understand what I'm going to be teaching. So from this 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you see that is what is here that I've done here. So if you also count from 1 to 2, you see that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so let's use this to explain so that you can better understand. So these eight markers, this first one is called 1/8. Okay, this first marker, this first one is called 1/8. Okay, I think I should use my biro so you can see it clearly. It's called 1/8. This first mark is called 1, because of course this is the first out of the 8. This is the first marker out of the 8 markers. So this is 1/8. This second one is 2/8. Okay, this third one is 3/8. Then the next one 4/8. This one 5/8. This 6/8. The next one 7/8. and then this last one 8/8. Remember, there are 8 markers within 1 inch, and then so I've labeled each of the markers. This one 1/8, 2/8, 3/8, 4/8, 5/8, 6/8, 7/8, and 8/8. I hope you understand. So basically, this first mark is 1/8 of an inch. Remember that these 8 markers, they are within 1 inch. The 8 markers, they are within 1 inch. So this first one, that is 1/8, is 1/8 of an inch, because it's 1/8 within 1 inch. I hope you understand. So this first one is 1/8 of an inch. This second mark is 2/8 of an inch. This third one, 3/8 of an inch, 4/8 of an inch, 5/8, 6/8, 7/8 of an inch, and so on, and 8/8 of 1 inch. Okay, so now that we know this, remember that in mathematics, we usually reduce the fraction to the lowest possible fraction, to the lowest possible number. So let's work on this now. So this 1/8, it can't be further divided. There's nothing that you can use to divide this 1/8. So we'll leave 1/8 as 1/8. This 2/8, if you divide it, you can still divide. So 2 will divide 2, you have 1. And then 8 divided by 2, you have 4. So that's 1/4. This second line can also be called 1/4. Do you understand? Remember, this second line is 2/8, but we have divided it now. 2 into 1, 8 divided by 2, 4. So this 2/8, when you reduce it to the smallest fraction, you have 1/4. Now let's move to the third line. This third line is 3/8. It can't be divided. So this 3/8 will still be 3/8. Now let's move to 4/8. This 4/8 can be reduced to the smallest fraction. So 4 will divide 4, you have 1. 4 will divide 8. 4 will divide 4, 1. 8 will divide 4, 2. And then you have 1/2. So this 4/8 is also 1/2, because 4 will divide 4, 1, and 8 will divide 4, 2. So now this 5/8 cannot be divided. So we have 5/8. This 6/8 can still be reduced to the smallest fraction. So you can use 2. So if you use 2, 6 divided by 2, you have 3. 8 divided by 2, you will have 4. So you have 3/4, and 3/4 cannot be further divided. So this line, this sixth line, is also called 3/4. Now 7/8 cannot be divided by anything. So 7/8 remains 7/8. Then 8/8, of course, 8 will divide 8, 1. 8 will divide 8, 1. And this is 1 inch. So this is 1 inch. So let me just write it here so that you guys are not confused. So this is this first line remains 1/8. This second line, 1/4. The third line, 3/8. This fourth line is also called half. The fifth line, 5/8. The sixth line, 3/4. The seventh line, 7/8. And then this last one, which is 1. Okay, so now you can see that this is 0, this is 1. This, you can see the length of this length of this 0, and this length of this 1. This is the longest line within an inch. This 0 and 1, they are the longest line. But after this 0 and 1, the next long line is this 4/8, which is also called half. So in between the longest line, you have half. After this longest line, the next line, the next longest line is called half. And then after this this second longest line, if you look at the next long line after this one, is this 1/4 and 3/4. Then the smallest lines are now the /8 that you are seeing. Okay, so now let's read this on the tape. Let's read this on the tape, just as I've explained. So this is 0, This long line is 0. The next one is 1/8. After that, 1/4, 3/8, half, 5/8, 3/4, 7/8, 1. So like I said, the longest line, you can see this is 0 and this is 1. And after this longest line, the next longest line is half. And after this half, the next longest line is 1/4 and 3/4. Before we now go to the shortest line. I hope we get. So let's go ahead to read others. So if this is 1, this will now be 1/8. This will be 1/4, 1 3/8, 1.5, 1 5/8, 1 3/4, 1 7/8, and then 2. 2 1/8. Remember, 1/4 is also quarter. So 2 1/8, 2 1/4, 2 3/8, 2.5, 2 5/8, 2 3/4, 2 7/8, and then 3. I hope you understand. So let's assume you read the measurement and the measurement is 10.5. So let's read 10.5. So 10.5 will be this. Okay, to be from the beginning to 10.5. If you make a measurement and your measurement reads 14.25, so 14.25 will be, this is 14. You already know that the second line is quarter, so this is 14.25. I hope you understand. So if you read 20 3/4, so you go to 20, and this is from the beginning, this is 20, and you know that this is 20 3/4. Okay, you can just go ahead to just imagine numbers in your head and then locate those numbers on the measuring tape. So now that we have gotten it this way, when we are sewing, we divide. We do a lot of division in sewing. Once we get into the sewing tutorial proper, you will understand me. But we do a lot of division in sewing. And so when you divide with your calculator, it won't give you 1/8, 1/4, 3/8. It won't give you this way. It will give you a number. Let's say it will give you something like 28.012, 28.075. It won't give you, when you divide with calculator, it won't give you 21/8. It won't give you 21/4. So we need to know how to read the measuring tape in decimal. So let's go to decimal. We have read it in fraction. Now let's go to decimal. So when it comes to decimal, this 1/8, if you divide 1/8, you will get 0.125. Okay? If you divide 1/4, you will get 0.25 in decimal. If you divide 3/8, you will get 0.375 in decimal. 375 in decimal. If you divide half, you will get 0.5 in decimal. If you divide 5/8, you will get 0.625. If you divide 3/4, you will get 0.75. If you divide 7/8, you will get 0.875. So when you press your calculator and you do your division and you get a number plus, if you get a number and you see point something, you can then read it with this decimal place. Okay, so let's read it on the measuring tape. Let's read on the measuring tape. So all you need to do is just divide the fraction so that you get the decimal. So now let's read it in decimal. Are you ready? Let's go. So this is 0. This is 0.125. This is 0.25, 0.375, 0.5, 0.625, 0.75, 0.875, and 1. So if you want to continue reading it, this will now be 1 plus this. Okay, so whatever number you get, let's say you measure and you get, let's assume you measure and you get 20.75. So you go over to 20 on your tape. You already know that the sixth line is 0.75. So once you measure and you get 20.75, you already know that this is the line you are going to. You are going to the sixth line after 20. So 20.75 will be 20, and then you go for the sixth line. Okay, so this is 20.75. This is 20.75. If you measure, if you take your measurement, you divide your measurement, and it falls. Maybe you take a measurement and it falls here, or you divide your measurement and you get 11.25. You know that 0.25 is also the same thing as 1/4. Okay, which is the second line. So if you measure and you get 11.25, you know that this is 11, and then this is 11.25. Just go ahead to take your tape rule, imagine different numbers, and just check, and then you understand. So let's read it in decimal. Let's read it in decimal from here. So this is 6. Let's read it in decimal. So this is 6. Let's read together. This is 6. So this will be 6.125, 6.25, 6.375, 6.5, 6.625, 6.75, 6.875, and 7. So now you can read the tape rule in fraction, you can read the tape rule in decimal, and then you are good to go. You can then go ahead to measure yourself, you can go ahead to measure a client, and then that's it for this video. In my next video, I'll be showing you how to take proper body measurements, how to measure yourself, how to take proper body measurements. So if you found this tutorial helpful, let me know in the comment section. Bye. See you in my next video.